Have you ever found yourself standing in front of the fridge late at night, just staring? Maybe you weren't even hungry, just a little restless. Or maybe it's become a habit, something small before bed to tide you over. A piece of toast, a cookie, a little leftover something from dinner. We've all been there. It feels harmless, comforting, even. But here's the thing that most people don't realize. Those little late-night snacks? They're not so little when it comes to your long-term health. Now, I want you to imagine something. You spent the whole day being mindful, eating your meals, maybe even taking a walk, reading, resting. And then the evening hits. The cravings creep in. The day winds down, and so does your willpower. That's when the snacks sneak in. The handful of crackers, the sugary cereal, or even just that glass of warm milk with a few spoonfuls of sweetener. But as comforting as that moment might feel, your body is not thanking you for it. Because what happens in those quiet hours after dark, especially as we age, is critical. Your digestion slows down. Your metabolism isn't firing on all cylinders like it was when you were 25. Your organs are trying to wind down too, preparing for rest and repair. But if we throw in late-night snacks, especially ones high in sugar, processed carbs, or heavy fats, it's like waking your entire body back up when it was just about to get to work healing and restoring. That means your liver has to process those sugars instead of cleaning out the toxins from the day. Your pancreas has to release insulin when it should be quiet. Your stomach keeps churning, and your digestive tract works overtime, at a time it was never designed to. Over months and years, this pattern can quietly contribute to weight gain, inflammation, insulin resistance, and yes, faster aging. But don't worry, this isn't about guilt. It's about awareness. It's about honoring what your body really needs after 60. Because let's be honest, this phase of life is precious. Every choice we make, big or small, can either add to our vitality or quietly chip away at it. The good news? You're here. You're listening. And that means you care. And that matters. So let's take a moment to really think about what's behind the late-night snacking habit. Sometimes it's boredom. Sometimes it's loneliness. Sometimes it's emotional comfort after a long day. And those feelings are valid. They're human. But when we start turning to food during those quiet nighttime hours, it's often not because we're physically hungry. It's because we're seeking something else. Connection, peace, or just a feeling of being settled before bed. What your body is actually asking for at night isn't a snack. It's rest, hydration, maybe even a calming routine to ease a transition into deep, healing sleep. But don't worry, I'm not saying you can never eat after dinner. In fact, there are ways to nourish yourself at night that support your body, rather than stress it. Let's start by gently replacing the habit. Instead of reaching for cookies or salty chips, imagine making a warm herbal tea, something like chamomile or peppermint. It hydrates you without waking up your digestive system too much, and it signals to your brain that it's time to slow down. If you do need a little something to eat, go for a small portion of something natural and calming. A spoonful of plain Greek yogurt with a sprinkle of cinnamon, a few slices of avocado, maybe half a banana. Not because these are magic foods, but because they're gentle. They give just enough nourishment without hijacking your blood sugar or spiking your insulin. And here's something most people never talk about: the timing of your last bite. If you can finish your final meal or snack at least 2 to 3 hours before bed, you're giving your body a real gift. That window of time lets your system start the work of overnight repair. It gives your digestive system a break. Your blood sugar stabilizes. And you wake up feeling clearer, lighter, not sluggish or bloated. You might not notice it on day one, but stick with it. Give it a week. You'll start to see changes. Better sleep, less puffiness in the morning, maybe even more stable energy throughout the day. That's your body saying, thank you. That's your body healing. Now that we've looked at why late-night snacking is more than just a harmless habit, let's take it a step further. Because once you understand the why, the next step is figuring out how to make that change stick without feeling deprived or frustrated. After all, the goal here isn't to punish yourself or say goodbye to every comforting treat. It's about giving your body what it truly needs, especially in the evening when it's most vulnerable to habits that can quietly chip away at your health. Let's talk about what late-night snacking does to your sleep. When you eat too close to bedtime, especially heavy or sugary foods, your body gets busy digesting instead of winding down. That can interfere with how deeply and how long you sleep. And as you probably already know, after 60, getting quality sleep isn't always easy to come by. It's precious. But a late-night snack that raises your blood sugar or causes acid reflux can rob you of that deep rest your body needs to repair your cells, support your memory, and balance your mood. Think about how many times you've gone to bed feeling just a little too full, and then found yourself tossing and turning, or waking up feeling foggy, heavy, or even anxious. That's not a coincidence. Your body wants a rest, not digest. And when you honor that rhythm, everything else starts to feel easier. Your digestion, your energy during the day, even your cravings. Now, let's shift to what to eat instead. Because sometimes you do need a little something. Maybe dinner was light. Maybe your blood sugar feels a little off. Or maybe you just need something small and soothing. That's okay. This is not about rules. It's about smarter choices. One of the best options? A small handful of walnuts. Not too many, just a few. Why walnuts? They contain natural melatonin, the hormone that helps regulate your sleep cycle. They're also full of healthy fats and magnesium, both of which can help you relax and feel more satisfied without triggering blood sugar spikes. Another good option? A slice of turkey or chicken breast. It's simple, it's protein-rich, and it contains tryptophan, a natural amino acid that supports serotonin and sleep. Combine that with a few slices of cucumber or some leafy greens, and you've got a light, calming bite that won't overload your system. But here's something even more powerful than food, your routine. Building a calming evening ritual can be just as nourishing as any snack. Maybe it's a short walk after dinner, or listening to soft music with the lights dimmed. Maybe it's writing in a journal or sipping on a warm mug of tea as you sit by the window, watching the day slowly come to a close. The point is, you're teaching your body that food isn't the only source of comfort. You're rewiring those old patterns, those automatic reaches for snacks, and replacing them with something deeper, more healing, something that actually supports your long-term energy and joy. And let me tell you something that might surprise you. When you start eating lighter in the evening and letting your body rest before bed, you might find your morning appetite improves. You'll wake up ready for real nourishment. You might crave healthier food. You'll feel more alert, more awake, because your system isn't still digesting last night's cookies or reheated pasta. And guess what else? Your body starts regulating hormones better. Insulin sensitivity improves. Inflammation can decrease. And that's not just something that feels good. It can add years to your life. Literally. Studies have shown that people who reduce nighttime eating tend to live longer, have better brain function, and lower their risk for chronic diseases like heart disease and diabetes. So no, this isn't just about avoiding snacks. It's about respecting the natural rhythms that your body, especially after 60, is relying on more and more. Your body is still strong, still wise, but it needs your help. And that help can be as simple as choosing to nourish yourself at the right time, with the right foods, and in the right spirit. You're not missing out by saying no to a bowl of ice cream at 10 p.m. You're saying yes to better sleep, healthier digestion, and more energy tomorrow morning. You're saying yes to a longer, more vibrant life. And really, isn't that worth it? Now that we explore how small, smarter changes to your nighttime habits can protect your health and improve your longevity, let's keep going. Because once you start feeling the benefits of a calmer, lighter evening routine, it becomes something you look forward to rather than something you have to discipline yourself into. It's like giving yourself a gentle gift at the end of the day, a way to wind down that doesn't involve raiding the fridge. Now, let's talk about one more reason late-night snacking often gets in the way of better health. The emotional side. Many of us eat at night not because we're hungry, but because we're lonely, stressed, or bored, especially after retirement. When days are quieter and routines have changed, food can become a kind of companion, something to do, something that brings momentary comfort. And there's nothing wrong with wanting comfort. We all need that. But when food becomes the only answer, it can quietly work against the very peace and energy we're trying to create. So if you find yourself reaching for a snack out of habit or emotion, pause and ask, What am I really hungry for right now? Maybe it's connection. Maybe it's rest. Maybe it's just a moment of self-kindness. And once you recognize that, you can give yourself exactly what you need without sabotaging your sleep or health. Maybe you call a friend. Maybe you listen to a song that brings you peace. Maybe you step outside and take a breath of fresh air under the stars. Those moments can be just as nourishing, sometimes even more, than whatever's sitting in the kitchen. And when you do want to eat something, here's a gentle reminder. Go for foods that work with your body, not against it. A small bowl of plain Greek yogurt, for example, can be soothing, provide protein, and even support your gut health without loading you up with sugar or caffeine. Or try a warm cup of chamomile tea with a teaspoon of honey. It's comforting, calming, and can signal to your brain and body that it's time to wind down. You might also find it helpful to set a kitchen curfew. Nothing rigid, just a simple decision to say, after 8 p.m., I'm done eating for the day. That small change alone can give your digestion time to rest, support deeper sleep, and reduce inflammation over time. Think of it as closing the kitchen so your body can do what it's meant to do overnight: restore, repair, and refresh. And here's something encouraging to hold on to. Your body is incredibly responsive. Even after 60, 70, or 80, it listens, it adapts, it heals. You're never too old to make a change that matters. Even just 1 week of better evening habits can lead to more restful sleep, more stable energy during the day, and even fewer cravings at night. These are not small victories. These are the little shifts that build into something powerful, into a lifestyle that keeps you vibrant, independent, and joyful for years to come. So if you've ever felt like aging means giving up control of your body or energy, don't believe it. You still have choices, and the way you treat your evenings can shape how well you live your days. Now, before we wrap up, let's quickly remember what we've learned together. You've seen how late-night snacking can quietly sabotage your sleep, weight, digestion, and overall health. You discovered better alternatives, simple, satisfying foods that support your body, not stress it. And you've learned that the most powerful tool you have isn't in a pill or a product. It's in your daily routine, especially the way you end your day. And most importantly, I hope you're walking away with a reminder that you're still in charge of your health. That aging doesn't mean losing power. It means learning to listen more closely to what your body truly needs and respond with care, not just habit. So tonight, when the sun starts to set and you feel that familiar urge for a snack, try something different. Pour yourself a warm drink. Step outside. Put your feet up and breathe. And if you do need a bite, choose something that will love you back. Something that works with your body, not against it. And if this video made you pause and think, or gave you a tip you can use tonight, I'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts, your own rituals, or your favorite healthy evening snacks in the comments below. You might just inspire someone else in this community to try something new. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and click the like button. It really supports the channel and helps us reach more people just like you. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe for more practical tips, kind encouragement, and simple tools to help you live your best life after 60. You deserve to feel good in your body. You deserve deep rest, gentle energy, and peaceful evenings. Here's to more of that, tonight, tomorrow, and for all the years ahead. Stay well, take care of yourself, and as always, here's to living your best life at any age.